Well, our super special next guest has made his mark on Broadway in more ways than one, with credits that include playing Scar in The Lion King, Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast. And let's not forget Spring Awakening and Hadestown, which earned him a Tony nomination. And for the holidays, he's got spirit.
Maybe you what? Oh, no, there's no need for a whole big number here. No spotlight. Gary, kill the
Every day I wake up with a single dream running through my head.
Look, I have another meeting I'm actually late for.
To throw a tiny stone into a mighty stream and watch the ripples as they spread.
Redeeming an unredeemable is nearly impossible. But if you promise to stop singing, you can have your perk.
Shining bright opposite Will Ferrell in that scene is a very impressive and spirited actor who also has a long list of film and television shows on his resume. So please give it up for Mr. Patrick Payne.
Thank you.
Well, I said Mr. I told you earlier I should be calling you Sir or Lord. Are you fine with Mr. Page?
Thank you very much. Whatever you want.
I can do Sir. I think I'll do Sir Page. Sir.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, sir. Such a pleasure to have you.
Good morning.
All right, so let me just say, you look dapper, but you already know that because you have a mirror, and I'm sure. So everyone's like buzzing about Spirited. Like I remember we talked about the trailer when it first came out. You star alongside some up and comers. So like people we don't even know. We've never heard of them. A lot of them in that movie. Who are they? Can you introduce us to these up and comers and, you know, soon to be shining stars?
Yeah, they're scrappy newcomers like Will Ferrell. And Ryan Reynolds
Never heard
and
of him.
Octavia Spencer. Yeah. So I was just lucky to be part of it.
Oh, please. This is not luck. This is talent. If someone like me ended up in that movie, then that's luck and a mistake. Someone typed the wrong name. But you, that is meant to be. And you play Marley. And when fans get to see this movie, they know that there's more to him than what we saw in that clip. Because there are two sides to Marley.
Yeah, well, Marley is from A Christmas Carol, right? Mm-hmm. So he is the ghost who first comes to haunt people in the full chains and, you know, lock boxes and regalia. So I've got that whole get up in one scene there. You can see with Ryan and this extraordinary makeup that they did for me. There's a lot of wonderful special effects in that scene. And then through the rest of the movie, he's his normal self as the manager of what we call Ghost World, where we go about redeeming a new Scrooge every year. We try to find, and have done ever since we redeemed Scrooge, we redeem another terrible person every year. And this year, 2022, the worst person in the world is Ryan Reynolds.
All right, so you're one of the best singers in the world. I'm covering because Marley, the other Marley, I can't watch. It's scary to me.
Oh.
I know, I'm a wuss. So I was just trying to cover my face from seeing him because then I would scream and run away. But this is a musical, and being the Tony nominee that you are, this is like your forte. You know what I mean? And whose singing voice surprised you the most?
Wow, maybe Will's.
Oh.
I didn't know anybody's voice. You know, Octavia's also blew me away, and Ryan's. Octavia has this extraordinary solo that she does, and she's just incredible in it. But I think maybe because I shot more scenes with Will, where I was singing with Will, or where Will was singing with me, that was the one that I experienced the most close up, face to face. He's a terrific singer.
Speaking of the singing, the musical talents behind this film, Benjamin and Justin, who we know from La La Land, Dear Evan Hansen, I met them for that. And one of my favorites, The Greatest Showman, which is also should be your new title, The Greatest Showman. Having to work with them has to be a dream. And I know you've worked with a lot of people in the past, but they are just like musical geniuses, those two.
They really are. And they seem to be able to, they have the ability to find what Bono calls the top line melody, that hook, that melody that you just recognize that existed somehow in nature, and they found it. And there are so many of them in this in this movie that get into your brain and that you just want to live with. I think a number of them are really going to become Christmas standards.
Okay, so here's this. I said I wasn't gonna sing because I should not be singing, but I know you're gonna relate to this because it's so hard to say goodbye to Hades Town. How hard are we talking? I should stop singing. I know.
You sounded great. It's I am leaving Hadestown on December 30th.
No.
And it is a bittersweet thing to do. I've been with the show since it began off Broadway in 2016, and a couple of labs before that, even in 2015. And so it's been a long journey with that. I've seen it in every incarnation. We did it in Canada. We did it in London. We did it downtown here. And of course, now we've done it on Broadway. I've done it for 2 years on Broadway. And so it's just one of those things where it's time to let someone else step into that and for me to move on. But it's been one of the great experiences of my life.
Okay, so you know what? I got to meet Mr. Andre DeShields not that long ago, who is your Hadestown family member. He's now on stage again. He was just on a Netflix series. And since this is what you guys do, you can't stop, won't stop working, will you at least take a little time to relax? And then, or do you have like 82 jobs lined up to do? Are you gonna have fun and relax this, like after this, or no?
No, I have about a week that we're gonna spend with my family in New Jersey, and then I start rehearsal for King Lear in Washington, D.C. at the Shakespeare Theater Company, which will open in February. So I'm hoping that everyone will come see me play King Lear.
Of course we will. See, I knew it. I should have said King Page. See, I was like, Sir, Lord, Your Highness, it is King Page. So I was correct. You said, I live in Jersey too. If I show up at your house, tell your family not to call the cops, so you know me.
Oh,
Promise?
Yeah. You're welcome. Come in and have some chili.
Oh, I will. I totally will. Sir, such a pleasure to meet you. We will be seeing you in King Lear. And then and although we won't be seeing you in Hadestown that much longer, we'll still get to enjoy your talents everywhere else. So including on Apple TV Plus in the holiday-inspired film Spirited. We cannot just wait. If you haven't seen it, you have to go see it because it's incredible. He's incredible. You're such a pleasure, such an honor, sir. Happy holidays.
Thank you. And it's streaming on Apple TV right now.
That's what I'm saying. For those who haven't seen it, it's streaming now, so they have to go check it out. And then we'll come to D.C. to see you playing King Lear.
Thank you.
Goodbye, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Bye-bye.